Hey guys, welcome to Magic Behind the Magic. This week, as you can see, I am sitting in the dark. I'm actually sitting outside the swimming pool where my son is training, and I thought I would just take a little bit of time out to come out and talk to you guys about AdWords or PPC or Facebook advertising, whatever you want to call it. So just the reason I want to talk about that is because over the last month or so I've actually spoken to a lot of people who seem to have the perception that that AdWords and PPC and Facebook advertising is going to be the answer to all their booking problems. And what I mean by that is they seem to think that if they're not getting bookings and they take up an AdWords campaign, they will get bookings. Now, unfortunately, that is not true, okay? And I just want to quickly say here that I do use AdWords. In fact, AdWords is crucial to my booking system. When I turn it off, pretty much I don't get any inquiries. When I turn it back on, I get the inquiries. But I have to also say that I get those inquiries and I get the bookings that I get because my website works and also my booking system works. And when I say booking system, it includes your website, the way your website works to encourage people to click and to inquire, but it's also how you handle that inquiry afterwards. Now, when I first started, before I started AdWords, or roughly around the time when I did start AdWords, I was getting between 4 and 6 bookings a month, okay, and I was happy with that. It was a part-time, hobby sort of thing, lots of fun, but I realized that I wanted to take it to another level, and that's why I started looking at PPC. I thought that light was going to stay on. There we go, it's back on. I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. It's the light in the car. It obviously turns off after a while if nothing happens. So, So when I'm a bit confused now. All right. So when I first started looking at PPC, that's what I was doing. I was getting 4 to 6 bookings a month. That was probably coming from about 20 to 30 inquiries each month, and those 20 to 30 inquiries were probably generated from about 500, roughly 400 to 500 visits to my website. So what that meant to me was that lots of people were going to my website. Not that many of them were inquiring, but the ones that did, I was getting about a 1 in 4 hit. Say for every 4 inquiries, I would get 1 booking, which isn't such a bad thing. But I also thought that if I could increase that, double it, or triple it, then that would be a bonus. So I decided to look at PPC in that light. So it wasn't going to be the answer to it. It was going to basically increase it or enhance what I was already doing. So that's how you need to look at PPC. It is not the answer. All it does is it enhances. It brings more traffic to your website, and it actually brings specific traffic. So once you set it up properly and you're running your ads nicely, and you've got all your negative and positive keywords in place, what you should be doing is actually increasing the demographic of people that come are going to be the ones who actually want to book. Okay, when you're using SEO, you get a lot of people who are just looking around. They don't necessarily really want to have a children's entertainer, but when you use AdWords, you're going to get people who are specifically looking for what you offer. Okay, so I guess what I'm trying to say here is if you are not getting bookings on your current system, so if you have a website that's not generating inquiries, or if you're getting inquiries but you're not converting them to bookings, and when I say converting them, I honestly think that like a 1 in 4 is probably a good conversion rate. I now these days get 1 in 2, which is I think is excellent. I'm really happy with it. I even have sometimes where I basically get 1-on-1 for a couple of weeks. I love those times, but it's not guaranteed. But yeah, 1 in 2 for me. Sometimes it might bounce out to about 1 in 3. But I get those inquiries and I get those converted into bookings, and they pretty much all now come through AdWords. But it's the system that I have in place. It's my website, and it's how I deal with those inquiries once I get them that actually convert them. Okay. So yeah, once again, I just want to reiterate that PPC does not get you extra bookings. It simply brings more people to your website. Your website and how you handle those inquiries when you get those inquiries through your website are what get you bookings. I hope that makes people understand and to sort of think about it more. I have met so many people lately who have spent a lot of money on PPC, but they've never ever got a booking from their website, and then they're saying, oh, it doesn't work. But it does work as long as you've already got a system in place, and that's what it comes down to. I hope that helps with you guys. Obviously there's so much more. This is such a really big and broad topic, and I would like to talk a little bit more about it. There are plenty, and I mean plenty and plenty of podcasts and things like that out there. Go to Kids Entertainer Hub or Kids Entertainer Academy, which I also highly recommend. I'll actually put a link on that from the vlog site. So if you go down below, you can see that, and you can go to my vlog and find the link and jump over to Kids Entertainer Academy. There's lots of good stuff there. In particular, there is actually a course there called Magic Tap, which talks about how you set up a campaign, an AdWords campaign. But there's also loads and loads of information on both Kids Entertainer Hub and Kids Entertainer Academy on actually setting up and running a proper website, and also how you handle inquiries and things like that. Loads of good stuff in both of those places, and I highly recommend, if you're having trouble, to spend your time in those places looking at that, rather than wasting your time and money on AdWords. Once you get your campaigns, once you get your website working and your inquiries working, so that you're actually getting inquiries coming in and bookings from those inquiries, then is the time to start looking at PPC. It's as simple as that. I hope that helps with everybody, and if you have any questions, put them down below. I would love to answer them if I can. If I can't answer them, maybe somebody else can. And also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Other than that, I will catch you guys soon.